Before we begin the video, if you haven't yet, come on down and join my Discord server. Link is down in the description. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel for our review of episode 13, The Darkest Hour. The ninja months and geckos all retreat to a cave where they could resist the Skull Sorcerer, but the doors aren't closing in time, so 4 of the ninja go out to battle the skeletons. After a brief fight, they go back into the cave, and the months and geckos try to look for an alternate exit. With no success, Gulch and Murtessa sit down and discuss how they're both hardworking and against the Skull Sorcerer, and so they formally make peace. The Skull Sorcerer breaches the doors, and his entire army arrives, forcing the ninja to surrender. The ninja surrender on the terms that the months and geckos will be free, and while they are captured, the Skull Sorcerer clearly does not intend to honor his promise. I've talked a lot about this season's humor, and I'll continue to praise it because it's really good. I may even say this is Ninjago's best humor since as far back as 2016. I love the Odi trilogy, but one thing it's not really known for is humor. I certainly was not a fan of Season 11's humor, but the humor improving here is a sign that not only the humor is improving, but all of Ninjago is as well. Many aspects are. My big hope for the season was it would return Ninjago to how it was back from Season 1 to Season 6, and I think especially in these last 4 episodes, it's proved that. Ninjago is getting back on track, and Master of the Mountain, and all of 2020 as well for that matter, is definitely at credit for this. Anyways though, back to humor, I love the part where Zane said, "You shall not traverse," ruining that Lord of the Rings reference there with "You shall not pass," but yeah, that was definitely the humor highlight you could say. And as for the rest of the episode, I also enjoyed the geckos and months making peace. Really good scene, probably the best it could have been done. The months and geckos have definitely improved since we first saw them. And as I said yesterday, I'm really glad that Murtessa and Gulch are still around and haven't just vanished. One of my main concerns with Kai and Nia being leaders was that they would just do all the work, but that's really not the case. The ninjas certainly aid, but the months and geckos make peace themselves, which is exactly how it should be. And the Skull Sorcerer is also in this episode. Really nice to see him in action and bringing his undead friends. I also found this episode's fight scene to be decent as well. Short, but it was good. And the ending, I mean, let's be real here, no one was really doubting that the Skull Sorcerer would break his promise. Nevertheless though, it was a good ending and good setup for episode 15. So I really like the months and geckos making peace, but I don't know, it feels a bit rushed or sudden, I guess. What I'm trying to say is at the start of the episode, Chancellor Gulch is a-okay with excluding the months from protection, meaning they may even be killed, but at the episode's end, they're all friends and stuff. I feel like the transition to peace could have been a bit more gradual, I guess, but I realize this is a really small issue. Also, is it me or were the ninja a bit too quick to trust the Skull Sorcerer? They know villains, and they know villains don't always keep their word. Overall, I felt this episode's plot was really good and definitely a nice siege-type episode, definitely better than the ones from Season 7 and Season 11. Although, let's be honest here, those really aren't any competition. As for characters, the 5 ninja were all really nice. I must say, actually, Kai has been really good in this season, and definitely an improvement over the last 5. This episode's action was decent, not one of these season's strongest fights, but it was still good. See Griefbringer in action again, and the Awakened Warriors, and of course the Skull Sorcerer as well, awesome. And lastly, emotion, seeing the months and geckos make peace, I think that was done really well. It did feel a bit rushed, but honestly, I don't think that issue really could have been avoided, and what we got was definitely the best it could have been done. I was relieved the ninja didn't just do all the work for them, and Chancellor Gulch and Murtessa are still very much part of the picture, which I think is great as well. I'm gonna give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. I think this episode really shows to me that the months and gecko storyline has improved, and a lot in the last few episodes. It started out pretty forgettable with Queen of the Months and Trial by Mino, but these last 2 episodes, Griefbringer and this, have been really good. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone and everyone you know, leave a comment explaining your thoughts and feelings on The Darkest Hour, and I'll see you next time.